Wow, look at that amazing sunset. What a great way to start off my first couple hours in Bali, Indonesia. I'm over here on the rooftop of a Holiday Inn Express, and you see everybody has their cameras out because it's a clear day, amazing sunset. Right in front of me is the Holiday Inn Resort, and this is the Holiday Inn Express. It's a little bit cheaper. This was one of the first places I stayed, and it's near the airport. I also want to show you some other amazing places I stayed and other areas around Bali, whether it's your first trip or you want to revisit Bali. Stick around to the end. I hope you get something out of this video. When they have you like zigging and zagging around, I guess they don't want people walking back in this departure hall or arrival hall, whatever. They don't want people walking back in the arrival hall. And then you're going to come loop around them in Bali, and you're going to see, look at all the people. A lot of these people I think are either tour groups or they're for resorts. Let me see. Yeah, Padma. Let's see what we got. Oh, they got names of people over here too. So you might want to look for your name, call the resort ahead, tell them what time your flight comes in. You got the Hyatt over here. Yeah, you got guys screaming. Yeah, so hey, it looks like organized chaos. So, all right, it's kind of cool though, but at least it's eager. Oh, look at that, you got Johnny Rockets. Oops, sorry. So I'm at the Holiday Inn Express over in Bali. It's kind of near the airport. If you look at the map, it's kind of on the left a little bit. Above the airport. This guy told me there's like 5 Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express in Bali. So, but anyway, it's just, I started off for a couple of days with something just, you know, that I knew would be clean. It had fairly good reviews. It was a reasonable amount. I think this room is anywhere from $40 to $75 a night, depending on what room you pick. And we're going to try it out. And I'm only here 3 or 4 days. And then I might change somewhere else depending. That's where I recommend, and then go to another part of the island. Okay, let me check it out. Ooh, yeah, stand up shower kind of thing. Anyway, all right, this is the room. We got a refrigerator, safe, hot water kettle, TV, free Wi-Fi, you know the drill. All right, see you later, Holiday Inn Express. All right, I'm gonna walk around. I just got to Bali last night. I couldn't do a lot of filming, it's dark. I did a little bit of filming in the airport. My first impressions come to the airport. You got to go through kind of what I call a couple semi-difficult checkpoint type thing. They got it separated. So when you first come in, you arrive, you walk through a gate, you know, like whatever, scan your passport. Then you go to another place, which is like the immigration and Indonesian you know, short-term visa fee, on arrival fee. I think it was $35. You can either pay by cash or by credit card, or you can do it online from what I understand with a QR code. Now the lines will get long, so if you see a plane come in or you know there's about to be one, you better get down there, because every time there's a plane, there's like a couple hundred people that just go down there and bum rush these lines. So just, you know, they get in line, and so it's going to be longer. And I was standing around doing something, next thing you know, there was like 100 people. I'm like, oh shit. They have a lot of these digital arrival cards. It's starting to be trending. It's basically to collect more data on not just you, but people coming in and out of their country. Is it digital overkill? Maybe, but at the same time, it's something they want to do. I guess they're trying to track certain things and, you know, keep it under record airport. But once you're through that and you're in the country, everything seemed fine. I'm here in Bali for the first time. It went pretty smooth in the airport. I got to the hotel pretty good. You can use Grab app, and there's a lot of different taxis and stuff like that. All right, I'm walking around. Oh, there's a Grab delivery guy or taxi guy now. Yeah, I recommend downloading those apps if you're in these areas. Guys, I wanted to fade into a Google map here, and just a little suggestion, or what I did. You see the airports right here, and particularly in this area, near the airport usually is
cheaper rooms, and sometimes they're not that bad, especially for the price. You see the Holiday Inn Express to the left, the Holiday Inn Resort a little bit more, or double but nicer resort to the right. So there's two things I'm pointing out, especially if you're a first-time traveler. Now, if you've been there before and you're going to rent a bike or a car, you're just going to go where you're going to go. But the two things I want to point out, because A, the traffic takes a while to get around in Bali, and B, you might be able to kind of break in your trip and then explore these other areas further up in the map the second or third day. And that's what I did. It's just maybe a suggestion.
This is Holiday Inn Express. What's so weird is right beside it is Holiday Inn Resort, which I haven't been able to go in there. Maybe I'll ask, but I saw the pictures. It looked okay, but for double the price, it was like, this was $50 a night or around that for, you know, a pretty okay room with a shower. And this was 100 to 120. So it's like, is it worth it? You know, and it's just like, you have to decide. If you're gonna spend a lot of time in resort, especially if you're in a secluded island area, might want to upgrade. But if you're gonna be in the city, like we're kind of close to Bali city center and the airport, I would say just try a more modest, basic room. And I'm not favoring Holiday Inn. It just was what I picked because it looked okay. And it was near the airport, plus it was near some restaurants and stuff like that. So there's actually a beach here and a little park. I don't know how nice it is, but I saw it, and we're gonna walk down here. But I'm walking down this little path. Now I think this says Envy. See, there's a restaurant with a bar. I like that.
Wow, this seems like a pretty decent little beach, a little local beach over here. Not too bad. It's like you have like little patches in certain areas that are like in front of resorts, or that are like not too bad, you know. Then other areas are so.
There's a lot of boats probably for hire, and I think we're kind of in shoulder season. We're coming up on shoulder season, and it's coming out of the rainy season. Normally might be more people out here, but this is not like the big lay on the beach tourist beach. I don't think. It's up further north up here to the right, and then there's another one over the left, but this is closer to the airport. You see a plane coming in Air Asia right now. This is just the way it is. You got some trash. So you'll have a piece of nice beach, and then you'll have trash. Now you see it's got this darker color because back many years ago, this is volcano ash from what I read. So you're gonna have this darker color sand here because of the volcano. It's not gonna be white sand beach. So it's going to have this sediment in it. It's basically from years ago, and it's going to be a gray to darker color, a mixed white and black color. And you see, so, but it seemed like an all right place. I'm sure that look, you're always going to see on Facebook, Instagram, or especially these hotel websites, you're always going to see the best pictures. And there are places like that that are just beautiful, some little cove or something. I want to find those places, but then there's also going to be mixed. And you got to remember, there's locals living their life here, and they're just getting by, you know. You see a lot of coral bottle. Oh, a little baby lost his shoe. A little baby shoe. All right, that's kind of cool. What is he holding? Something. Is it a he? Who knows? That's kind of cool. All right, so my first impressions is fairly easy to get in the country on all-arrival visa. People are friendly, food's amazing. Of course, there is some, you know, infrastructure type issues, and with any country, there's a plastic problem and recycling problem all over the world. Hey man, in the West, there's money in garbage, so don't ever think that. I shipped a lot of freight, and many of the containers, our truck vans, were full of compressed cubes, banded trash, mainly plastic or aluminum. So don't ever think, and they recycle that. They make carpet, tiles. I went gonna go explore more, maybe get a motorbike. All right, riding around Bali, checking it out. Yeah.
A quick side note as I'm starting this motorbike ride, guys, I might do a part 1, part 2, part 3 of this area and possibly other videos, but they get a little drawn out. So check out either the homepage or in the description. Now back to the bike ride.
All kinds of little tourist areas, tourist guide type booths and stuff. So just all the prices, they're going to be similar, but negotiate if you can. Look at a nice hotel. Need something to eat. I'm always on the hunt for good food. This looks like one of those places that gets busy later, like a bar, you know. Spice, Mantra, and something else. Bamboo Bar and Grill. You guys watching, maybe you've been here. All right, let me keep going. I'm gonna come back to here. Just trying to give y'all a little ride on the Honda scooter, motorbike, whatever. Beer garden. I don't know how good the food is. Bars can be hit or miss with the food. What the? Look at that thing. Hey, there he goes. Oh, look at that. We got another. I got the Irish, the English pub. Whatever. Sometimes I'm afraid of those places. I'm a Westerner. I get afraid of going in and getting in the wrong conversation with another Westerner. Oh, they got all kinds of stuff in here. I might try it out. Looks like it's better later. Oh, well, I'm in bar area. Yeah, you got a guy, Westerner, up there shaking his fist. You see what I'm talking about? You got to be careful. You're from the West, especially if you're just a balanced guy. You don't want any argument. Just, hey, man, avoid too many deep conversations with other Westerners, especially, you know, America, Canada, UK. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just naming a few. You know, I mean, I don't know why I get in arguments from people from where I'm from. Like, you know, America and UK more than I do anybody else. And it ain't on purpose. Anyway, it's kind of laughable. I'm usually a nice guy if you ever meet me though, but I'm like anybody, I don't, you know, want any bullshit. McDonald's. I better put this up, it's getting a little hairy so I can, I got a skateboard shop right here, look at that, check that out. See Mickey D's, you got Mickey D's over here. Let's go check out Mickey D's. Can I park this thing anywhere? I came all this way from America to eat McDonald's. But you see the menu in Asia is going to be the sauces mainly. Now in Thailand, in Japan, you can get rice and curry. But I don't think about here, I don't see it much difference. I think Indonesia is adapted more Western because of the European influence. But anyway, there you go. Let me look at the menu over here. They got fried chicken. I think the fried chicken in Thailand looks better though at McDonald's. So you got things like Big Mac, but that's the only difference I see. Oh, they got spaghetti in here. Mex spaghetti, you see? Oh, they do have rice, chicken and rice. Maybe I'll try it. That one's got egg. If you got a motorbike, you can manage some of them in Google Maps. If you got a car and you don't know your way around, might put you on one of these little roads. If you got a motorbike or bicycle, you might be good. And some of these resorts are off the main road, like a half mile or mile off the beaten path. You know what I mean? Kind of, the main road. So let me turn around and. So you see this road, it's narrow, and I just came off the main road about, I would say, a half a kilometer up that way, and I'm looking for this resort because I might change resorts to come up in northern Bali. So if you see you got these narrow roads, if you got a car, you're going to be SOL. And I'm trying to find this place. So luckily I got a motorbike. So if you can't rent a motorbike, then you got to get it. Just make sure the guy knows you're going to a certain place, because some of the roads are really narrow. But it took me this way because it was a shorter way, I guess. But I do see a bigger road over there. So, and we got grab. There you go. There's grab, or something like grab right there. All right, let me get out of here. I'm just kind of coming through this area. There's a couple little resorts in here. I want to check. It's good. I mean, it's kind of like old truck driver protocol. Just plot your way. It's one of those countries where you better do that, because you might get over there, especially if you're in a car, and you're going to find out you're in a world of hurt. I think I'm checking this place out because it seemed reasonably priced. Look, there's a bunch of restaurants, and look, it's kind of like its own little village. So this is more what I'm used to when you go down the islands of Thailand. You go down like Samui or Kopagan, or down to Krabi. I mean, you got like little villages of everything's there. So I'm checking out this place because the rooms seem reasonable. So let me just figure out which one it is, and I'm going to check it out. I might stay over here a couple days. So you got bicycle rental over here. So yeah, a lot of people, I would say, if you don't want to just go out one day, see the waterfalls with a private driver, but if you don't want to do more than that, then just stay in a little village like this with a nice pool and a bunch of little restaurants and just chill out. All right, I'm at Prama Sanur Beach Resort, and it says it's 5-star. Now, a lot of times these resorts, you'll notice, and I'm not saying this one, but they could say 5, it's more 4 because they had a 5-star when it was new, or vice versa. They're waiting because from what I read, it takes a while for them to review the industry standard, the star level, and sometimes things can be exaggerated. So from my experience in the industry, that's how it is. So just look at the photos, read the reviews. But this was well under 100, and that's why I was interested in, because there was several other 4 or 5-star in this area. I'm in Bali that were well under 100. And all right, yeah, I'll check in later. All right, let's see, check it out. UK, she said it's good value for money. I said, well, good. I didn't know. Here's some of the rooms. Yeah, so you could tell. Sometimes they're a little dated, but let's check it out. All right, so I'm walking here. Looks like a pretty nice facility, Let's check it out. It looks like they all got balconies and stuff. Yeah. All right, I want to keep going. I'm trying to. A lot of resto. I guess that's the restaurant. All right, so you got like a restaurant, probably serve breakfast in here too, maybe, or if not, somewhere else. Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah, I can get a view over here. Got a big pool going on. Not too bad. They got a bar, but the bar don't look. Oh, they're redoing the bar. So the bar's under construction. What? No bar. All right. Looks like the bar's under construction, folks. Let me walk over here. Hello. You got your GoPro? All right, let's see. Maybe there's another bar. I'm checking this place out. That's depressing, though. When you pay almost $100 a night or more, you want to have a bar at the pool when you're at a paradise-type tropical island. Look at this guy. I mean, he looks like he died in the damn lounge chair. Look at this guy. Sorry, sir. The beach here ain't that nice. We're at Sanur Beach. I kind of want a nicer beach. But as you get up northern Bali, it gets kind of like more, rural and not as many restaurants or facilities. So that's kind of a problem too. So it's kind of a mixed thing. You either stay where there's a lot of restaurants and hotels and you can get what you want, or you have to stay way out. It kind of seems that way. So the prices, I'm going to check that out in a minute. I'll try to get a photo and then post that on the screen. It's all right. Very family oriented, so you can't deal with that. There are more hotels, then you might want to stay somewhere else. But let's check it out. Seems like a cool area. Got some fans going around. Bar. Yep. All right. Hey, oldies night. Wow, they got some kind of dance going on. Oh, Brazilian. They got Brazilian dance. You like Latin dance? Latin dance. I love Latin dance. You know. See, oldie night. It's like a typical beach. Let's go out here and check this out. I got like a pathway. So I think down this pathway there's more resorts. So like they saw me walk through the resorts. They're probably not going to say nothing, but you walk in from the beach, especially if you're local, they're going to say something. They're going to ask you, that's good though. They need some kind of security or something. And all right, let's check the beach out. Sonara, I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. And this is that beach. That's all right. I mean, I definitely say I hate it, but Florida Beach is nicer. Most Florida beaches are nicer than this, cleaner too. So I hate it. Even some of the Thai beaches, but we're in Indonesia. Everything's different wherever you go. I'm looking for that perfect scenario beach, but anytime you have human presence too much for years, you're gonna have a problem. Yeah, and it's just gonna, it's not self-sustaining, it's not sustainable. In other words, you can't do anything about it. In other words, I mean, it's not sustainable unless they put a lot of money into it. So, all right, I'm walking back up here now. I've seen the deal. I'm sure the rooms are okay. So now at least I know the deal of what I'm gonna get. They got a big bar area. Oh, this has got like a brick oven. What I found in Asia, they either do the pizza is sometimes okay, but like if they're doing it great, they're doing it, and it's kind of, you'll know by reviews. This is like a brick oven style, so you would think this pizza is pretty decent. Maybe depends on the dough and the water and all that. Believe it or not, New York City water and dough taste different. There's something special about it. So there you go. So it looks all right, All right, I'm walking out of here. I'm trying to check out a couple places in the area because I might move my hotel up this way. All right, we're at Sonora Beach, or I'm at Sonora Beach, and the actual public beach, Little Soya Road. You're gonna find it on Google Maps. When you come to it, they're gonna make you pay 2,000 Indonesian rupee. Here's a little freaking ticket thing. Which is some places that's just the way it is. Even where I'm from, you got to pay parking. I think 2,000. It's not that much money. I mean, it's well under $1. I think it's like more like a quarter. The beaches, I mean, some of them are good, really good. You see this one, and some of them are so. And some of them are cleaner than others. Some of them have nicer sand. This one has nice sand, but I describe Bali as, I wish I would have come here, of course, 30, 40 years ago. It's kind of like a worn out, my description. I know a lot of people may be mad. There's some special spots still in Bali, and you can find them if you look around, especially you get further out. The happy trail you see on a lot of these social media guys, when you see this trail thing, this is where they're at, this beach right here. Okay, it's like right north of the airport. Not right north. I mean, to go 15 minutes here, it takes you like an hour. In my town, 15 minutes takes 15 miles takes 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So, of course, the mass highway system there. But not too bad. I think I'm walking up on a resort. Looks like they're having a wedding or something. Look at, yeah, the wedding of such and such. Diana, someone. Yeah, good. Congratulations. Good luck. Yeah, you're gonna need it. You know what I mean? Guys laughing. You're gonna need it. Good luck. All right, so yeah, I'm just walking through and stuff like that. All right, what else is over here? Nice. There's, what's funny? It's like every few hundred feet, you have like kind of a nicer kind of zone where you see them clean up, keeping it nice because it's right in front of some nice 4 or 5 star resort. Then you go through some like kind of less desirable areas. It's kind of natural. So this seems like an all right place. Oh, this is like more of a natural type cove pool area. They don't seem too bad. Check it out. You see they got the poolside bar over there, did.
And,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Got a little jam bar going on, a little tiki. Anyway, all right, walking off this, I'm at Sonora, actual public beach. Come down here and check it out. Looks like there's a couple little tiki bars around, a few resorts. Doesn't seem like a bad place, pretty laid back. You got a cold beer over here, old wakeboard or surfboard hanging in the tree. That kind of stuff. And I'm just talking in general, so you know what you get, know before you go kind of video. Check it out. I say at least come for a week or more. Now, I don't know these dogs. You gotta be careful. That one's got a collar. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Now in Thailand, you better be careful. I actually have to find a stick. And most of them know, especially the medium side, they know, they see that stick, they know you're serious, you know, you're about serious business, you know. There's a problem with wild dogs over here in Southeast Asia. I had one try to bite me the other day. I was just walking by. And sometimes they're territorial, you know, once they pee everywhere. The old worn out village dog that every male dog has had her. You poor thing. All right, anyway, thanks for watching.